I got in a fist fight with one of my best friends at school, and it all started in 8th grade. So one day, me and my friend, I'm not going to say his name, I'll keep him anonymous, but we were playing Fortnite. Of all games, I'm always talking about Fortnite, I swear, it all stems from this. So me and him were playing Fortnite with one of our other friends. It was this like weird game mode, it was like this storyline game mode, right? And we're kind of in this party, you know, chatting, just doing the normal things you would do whenever you're talking to your friends on a game. And eventually I decide, okay, I kind of want to mess with him. Like, that's what friends do, right? Like, we mess with each other, pick on each other all the time. So what I did is I had these like weapons in my inventory, and I decided to give them to my other friend in the party instead of him. And I was just giving him free stuff, and my other friend who decided to fight me later on was getting really annoyed that I wasn't giving him free stuff. And I would have stopped messing with him right then and there if I knew he was this upset, but I kept doing it because it was funny. Like, he was like getting mad and laughing. We were all laughing at the end of the day, and you know, it's a video game, so it's not that deep. Anyway, this guy who ends up fighting me, let's just call him Jeff for the sake of this video. He leaves the party out of a fit of rage, and I'm here with my other friend. We'll just call him Evan. So me and Evan are in this party kind of joking about how we got so mad over a game, thinking it's funny. And, you know, we went on to play this other game, and we were on for hours that night. So Evan and Jeff are actually much closer friends than me and Evan. I'm more close friends with Jeff, actually, and Evan I actually barely talked to at the time. But we're sitting here alone, and I'm just talking about it, asking him questions about Jeff. I'm like, okay, what's happening? Like, why did he get so mad? Like, is he actually mad? I can't tell what's going on. And he's like, I don't know, bro. He's just messing around. I think you got to do something about it, though. You can't take that disrespect. So Evan, mind you, I barely have talked to him at this point. He's kind of telling me, like, hey, you can't let this slide. I'm like, what do you mean let this slide? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't care. This is literally a video game. But he's egging me on, basically saying that I need to do something about what just happened or fight this kid. Like, he literally proposed the idea that I should fight this kid. And I'm one of the most passive people you will ever meet. I never get mad at people. It's almost impossible to make me angry. So I'm like, there's no way I'm fighting this kid over a game. Like, I don't even know what happened at this point. Like, I didn't even know if he was actually mad or not. Anyway, I go to school the next day, and this kid, Evan, is literally sitting there telling everybody at these like morning tables. So like when you walk into our building, we would sit in the cafeteria before school. Like, if you rode the bus, that's what you had to do. And then as soon as the clock struck 8:30, we would all go to class. But in this little lunch area, this is where all the friend groups would get together. You know, you'd have like the sports kids at one tables, the weird kids at one table, whatever. And then we were sitting at this table. And I get to school, my bus was a little bit late, so everybody's about to get dismissed and go to class. And I go to this lunch table, I see Evan and Jeff sitting there talking. And the entire table, when I walk there, is all looking at me, and they're all like, ooh, like, you know, everybody's just kind of like aware that something went down, when once again I have no idea what actually happened. Like, I thought this was all a joke. So now I get there, and Evan is like, yo, Dylan, I heard you're fighting Jeff. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I never said that. And then Jeff agrees. He's like, yeah, we're fighting. So I'm sitting there, I'm innocent, mind you. I'm in like early middle school, or I guess late middle school. I don't even do anything bad. Like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't talk to girls, I don't cuss, I don't do any of that. And this kid wants to fight me? Mind you, I'm very good friends with Jeff at the time. He's one of the main people I was talking to. Like, every day we literally sat on the school bus together. This day, apparently, he got taken to school. That's why he wasn't on the bus, and that's why he was sitting there at that table talking to all these people before me. So I'm sitting there at the lunch table. I hear all the kids around me. I hear the noises. It's like really loud because everybody's chatting it up, and I all of a sudden get tunnel vision. Everything goes quiet in my mind, and I'm just looking at my friend Jeff and just thinking, like, just making direct eye contact with him like I am right now with you. And I was thinking, why are you trying to fight me? Like, and in my head, I wanted to ask him that, literally ask him why. And I'm pretty sure I did later on. But I'm sitting there, and everything around me is quiet, and I'm just like thinking, there's no way that he actually wants to fight me. Like, it can't be real. We talk every day. He doesn't even have many friends. It's like me. I'm like one of his main friends. I'm just thinking, there's no way. This cannot be happening. There's no way this is possible. I'm laughing at this point. This whole thing I thought was a joke. Like, I did not know that this was even a real thing up until I'm literally getting, like, he's trying to slam me in the bathroom, okay? So now the day goes on. We get dismissed to class, and everybody goes to their classes. And I hear everybody talking about it. Everybody that knew me, the popular kids, the weird kids, you know, everybody's asking me, like, yo, are you actually fighting this guy? I'm like, how do you guys even know about this? And like, these people know about it before I even knew about it. I'm just so lost at this point. And the funny thing is, going to class, I literally walked with the kid Jeff. I walked with him to class. because we had a class near each other, and we're just talking, you know, having a normal time, normal conversation. Nothing is wrong. Like, I genuinely thought it was a complete joke. Like, at this point, there's no part of me that thinks I'm actually about to fight this kid. So this school day finishes, we get out, and I ride the bus home with him. Once again, we're good friends. I'm sitting next to him on the bus. We chat on the way home, and we live like 5 houses across from each other. So literally just all of this seems normal. Everything went back to normal after this. I know there were some rumors about a fight, but at the end of the day, we're all just going home, and it's going to be fine, right? So I get home. I get on Xbox. I go to talk to Evan again, and Evan is in this party saying, like, bro, this is actually going down. Like, everybody's waiting for it. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this is like getting out of hand. Like, I'm like, okay, what did this guy say about me? Like, is he actually trying to fight me, or is this all a joke? And he's like, oh no, it's real. And I'm like, what? Okay. And then he invites Jeff into the party. So now it's sitting there. It's all 3 of us. And this dude is the best instigator I've ever met. This Evan guy, he's the best instigator I've ever met in my life. And he's like, yo, Jeff, you got to hear what Dylan said about you. He said he would beat your... And then I'm not going to say that on YouTube, but I was like, what? Like, I never said that. And I don't even know if I should like claim that I didn't say that or what I should do. So I just stayed silent. I'm like, okay, why is this Evan guy trying to claim that I said things that I didn't say? Like, he obviously wants to see this fight happen. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm literally just completely lost at this point. And then Jeff goes even farther into, he's like, oh, really? Oh, I would do even this, and that, and the other. And at this point, I'm like, okay, none of this is making sense. I don't know if this guy actually wants to fight me, but it's coming pretty apparent to me that he actually does. And what's really weird about it is we had boxed. So like I said, we live very close, right? He would walk to my house, we'd go outside on the trampoline and box each other. And I would never lose. I would never lose. I'm like, okay, this guy, if he actually wants to take a fight with me, is like really dumb, because we've never lost when we've been messing around fighting. It's never been a thing. So once again, we get to school the next day, and this time we're riding the bus together. And we go to the cafeteria before we get dismissed, where everybody's chatting, all the drama's going on. You know, the middle school drama is just crazy. And we sit down at the table together, and everybody around us is like, okay, it's going down today. I'm like, I never even agreed to this. I never said I wanted to do it. I'm not upset. I apologize. I tried to talk it out. I tried everything you could possibly try, because number one, I'm not trying to get in trouble. Like I said, I was very, very innocent. I had good grades in school. I had like a 4.0. Like, I'm literally being like the best kid I can be at school. Like, that's literally all I was trying to do. And I literally told him, like, while we're sitting at the table, like privately, I didn't say it in front of everybody. I look at him like, bro, you realize this is like really dumb, right? Like, we're gonna get in trouble, like, if you try to fight. And it's like, I'm not even opposing Jeff. Like, he's not even the enemy in this scenario. It's everybody around us. Those are the real enemies. It's not him. It's everybody who's egging us on. Because I guarantee you, if it was just me and him talking, we would not be in this fight right now. First period goes by. It's in the middle of us going to the next period, and this is where it all is about to go down. In my head, I'm thinking, there's no way I'm listening to these people. I'm not actually going to do this. Like, I'm going to talk my way out of it. I don't want to get in trouble. I just want to go to class. Like, there's just no point. This is the most pointless thing ever. Then one of my friends walks up to me and puts his arm around me, and he's like, yo, if his friends try to jump you when you're in this fight, I got you. I'm like, what do you mean? And I go and I see this crowd of people all going towards the same direction, and they're all hyping up my other friend, while also a different crowd is hyping up me. This is like a whole boxing match at this point. We're basically doing our walk-ups. So now we're going down the hallways, and I get into the bathroom, and like standing across from me, I see Jeff standing in the bathroom, and there's a literal crowd of people. So picture it like this. Jeff is here, I'm over here, and then behind us, over this way in the corner of the bathroom, it's a crowd. The bathroom is stacked with people. I'm surprised that we didn't get stopped right then and there. So now we're in the bathroom. This whole time I was trying to prevent this. I told him I didn't want to do it, but he's obviously very adamant about this. So I'm like, okay, let's think about the smartest thing to do. If this is actually going to go down, which I don't know, number one, I'm absolutely not starting this fight. I'm not going to be the person to throw the first punch. I'm not doing that. It makes no sense. If I go to court, I'm winning this case because I'm self-defending. So now there's no way out. This kid, Jeff, completely fell to the pressure of everyone else around us, and we're basically forced to fight because the entire back side of the bathroom, like I said, over here, blocked off by people because there's so many people just standing there watching like a crowd. Everybody has their phones out. They're all trying to record us, and it goes down. And by the way, I'm going to show the video. I'm going to have to blur out parts. It's for educational purposes only. So it goes like this. Jeff comes up to me, and he picks me up trying to slam me. I wrap my arm around his neck, and he's just forced to set me down, because if he were to try to slam me, his head would have went straight into the concrete ground, and he probably would have knocked himself out, like no joke. So he picks me up, I'm off the ground, I wrap my arm around his neck heavily tightly, like very, very tight, and I'm thinking, okay, if he tries to slam me and my head hits the sink, I'm probably out cold, and that could cause brain damage, because the back of your head, if you didn't know this, is a very soft spot. You do not want to hit it ever. There's people who do fighting careers, when they get hit in the back of the head, they're done, they're out, like you literally become a vegetable after that. So I'm thinking, if he tries to slam me and I hit the back of my head, I'm cooked. So like I said, I wrap my arm around his neck, and he basically just has to set me down, but he sets me down on my back, so it kind of looks like I got slammed, when in reality I didn't get slammed at all. So now this became very real. I'm like, okay, I tried literally everything I can, so I push him off of me. I'm like, all right, here we go. And I just start wailing on him. I throw 1, 2, probably 3 or 4 good hits, like solid hits straight to the face. And once again, I felt like I was a good kid. I was avoiding his nose, because I was like, if I hit him in the face, it's going to break his nose. It's going to be bloody, and we're going to get instantly caught. So I'm just thinking very smart through this whole thing. The smartest thing to do would be hit him in the side of the face and defend myself, and just make sure that he doesn't look too hurt, because if he looks too hurt, I'm gonna get caught. At this point, everyone in the bathroom is going crazy, and they're recording the whole fight. And for some reason, Jeff, after picking me up and slamming me, decides that because people are recording, he no longer wants to fight. So you slam me on the ground, and then you no longer want to fight. That's not how it works. You're getting hit in the face. So I hit him a few clean times in the face, and he's looking at the dude who has the camera. He's like, yo, stop recording, stop recording. I'm like, oh no, record all you want. This is where it's going now. This is where it has to be. You slammed me. Like, you literally assaulted me. So I hit him a few good times in the face. Everyone went crazy, and then we leave the bathroom. And as I'm walking out the bathroom, this entire crowd of people is all hyping me up. Everyone's going crazy. And then we all just sit down in class. And then I'm talking about it, because I'm at the point now, my adrenaline's going crazy. I'm telling everyone, I was like, yo, I just fought this guy. I just fought him. I beat him up. I beat him. The word spreads quick, and the video goes around my entire school. So everybody knows at this point. The only people who don't know are the teachers. My parents figured out about it. His parents figured out about it. Everybody knew. So now what's going through my head is I just need to try not to get caught. And then we skip ahead, like probably about a month, we get completely busted. So I get called to the office. They said that I had an early dismissal, which, first off, they literally lied about why I had to go to the office, which is crazy. I don't know if that's even legal. I have all of my stuff with me, and then I walk in the office, and they shut the door behind me. Once again, crazy. They tell me to set my stuff down, and they start interrogating me. The principal, the president of whatever, like the top people at the school are literally sitting there, like, what happened? You need to tell us exactly what happened. You need to snitch. All this. I'm like, bro, I'm the one getting in trouble for this, when I was the one trying to avoid it the whole time. I was defending myself. And then what I ended up figuring out is somebody, I don't know if it was Jeff who fought me, I don't know who it was, but they snitched, and they showed a video, and the only video that they could see was the video of me hitting him. There was no video of him starting the fight. So it completely framed it on me. It looked like I was literally a bully, when in reality, I was literally defending myself. So they showed this video to me, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not letting this slide. So I hit up one of my friends who was recording it. He's the boy, shout out him. I'm gonna keep him anonymous. He was one of my best friends at the time, and he was in there. He said that if anyone tried to jump me or anything, he was gonna help defend me. So he sent me this video. He was like, oh no, you're not getting caught for this. So I get him to text it to me, and there we show the main principal. I show him the video of me getting slammed, like slammed on the ground. Yes, it was very light, but I got slammed. Regardless, I was assaulted, and I was defending myself. So the principal's like, oh, you can't do this. You should have used your words. I'm like, use my words. I'm getting assaulted. You want me to tell him to stop? Do you think that's going to work? No, that's not how real life works. And this is so dumb about the school system. But they're like, you should have never hit him. And I'm like, never hit him? What do you mean I should have never hit him? He slammed. He should have never hit me. Like, what is going on? So they tell me to get all my stuff, and they're sending me into this thing called ISS, in-school suspension. So they send me in this room, and guess what? Jeff is sitting there doing work alone in that room. It's just me and him in that room, and this like one counselor. So now I get to sit there, and we're not allowed to talk, by the way. I'm not allowed to say anything to Jeff. I look at him in disgust. I'm like, there's no way you snitched on both of us when you started all of this. Now, I don't know if he snitched. It could have been him or someone else. I'm not totally sure, but I think it was Jeff. So I'm sitting there looking. I'm just like, bro, you fell to the pressure of everyone around you. I'm literally sitting there thinking, you did not do this for yourself. Jeff, you did not do this because you wanted to fight me. You did it because everyone around us wanted you to fight me. That's what happened. And that's in reality why I was actually mad. It's because like he didn't actually even want to do it. So we sit there an entire week in isolation. I don't get to talk to anyone at school, and I got a lot of work done. And that made me realize a few things. And this is the most important lesson. I really, really hope that you guys listen to this part of it. Number one is you should never, ever, ever try to please other people. Please yourself. Do what makes you proud of yourself. For me, if I would have gotten out of that without fighting him, that would have pleased me. But obviously I couldn't do that. For him, his thing was impressing other people. And that's where everything went wrong. Never try to impress other people. That's number one. Number two, weigh out the pros and cons of what happens. Bro, if this kid, like, if he had let me throw the first punch, maybe he would have gotten in less trouble. I don't know. The way the school system works, it's really dumb. I wasn't allowed to defend myself. It's really stupid. But just think through what you're about to do. Think about your actions before you do them. That's number two. And finally, for Jeff, don't pick a fight with somebody you've lost to while boxing. It's not a good idea. See you guys in the next one.